Homecast.
So welcome to Homecast, the episode 5. I invited one of my guests. He's called Philip. Welcome, Philip.
Hi everyone. Phrano, I'm a singer, songwriter, editor, graphic designer, creative director. I'm
Oh my
everything you
God,
need,
that
baby.
is amazing. Thank you so much for spending your time to come, honestly, because at the moment I noticed that you're in Finland, so we're like different apart at the moment, and it's amazing that we meet in an online Instagram. That is amazing. So thank you so much again for
Oh, my
coming.
pleasure. I was just so happy you reached out to me. I was like, hell yes, let's do it. And I actually checked out your profile straight away and I was like, oh my God, you're so talented. It's amazing.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. So before we start, I'm going to recap, just reminding like the audience what my project about, and we're going to get started and tell me about your story. So my project is about how I absorb and learning from different conversation into my homecast, and based on that, I go into paint through by what I've been absorbed from language and being a combination of work. So yeah, very excited. So is that the objects? Is there like a story? Would you like to tell me about it?
Well, first of all, I have this book in here. I've been reading it for like, I don't know how many months, for like
All
2, 3
right.
months. It's called The Psycho-Cybernetics, and it's basically a self-help book. It's about like expanding your mind, about self-image, self-improvement. And my friend actually gave it to me before I left to Finland. And it's honestly like, it's very weird to analyze yourself through the point of someone else. So in the book, it
Mm,
teaches you like how to reflect on your own actions. Of course, I think everyone does that in this century. Well, some of us.
yeah.
But that book, it's like it's giving you examples of how other people couldn't analyze themselves and how the self-image that they saw in others helped them to improve themselves, if that makes sense. So you would see
Yeah.
someone actions and you're like, okay, it reminds me of me. And then you could like look at yourself and like, oh, I do that too. And then you start analyzing and going like, well, how could I improve on this and that? And it's just very philosophical, which I really like. It's also hard to
Mm,
understand because sometimes you have to practice these things. It's not like you read it and you know it. You have to like continuously work on yourself.
mm.
So that's why it takes me such a long time to read it. I'm also a Gemini, so my attention span is really short.
Are you a Gemini?
Yes, I'm a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini too.
Oh my God! Oh my God, when are you born? Where is your birthday?
Mine is 19th of June.
Okay, I'm 25th of May. I'm a May Gemini.
It's not too bad. No, well, I
Wow,
mean, I'm
what a
so sorry.
coincidence. I did not expect.
We're
This is
summer
amazing.
baby. We're summer baby.
Oh God. Wait, what is your favorite sign then? Besides Gemini, of course.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm quite close to. I'm not like particularly just Gemini, but I forgot what is the next one because like mine is 19. The after 21 is a different
I
sign,
think
I
it's
think.
Cancer. No. It might be. I don't know. But
I
yeah.
think yeah, I think it was Cancer because like they're really close to family and really care about people.
Mhm.
So I think it's one of my favorite ones so far. But of course, Gemini was
We put
definitely
gem in the
because
Gemini.
my partner is Gemini too.
Wow, you're
I
lucky.
know.
See, I've never met anyone so psychotic as me. So I didn't have much of a luck in a love apartment, if you ask me. Yet, but I know it's coming. One day it will come.
It's coming. All right, get back to the stuff we need to do. Well, I mean, it's a conversation, but like, so would you mind to tell me about maybe describe more about the books? Maybe who is the writer? Maybe tell me about which chapter is your favorite, or
Oh, okay, okay.
something that is inspired a lot and just like, oh wow, that's amazing. I wish I knew a bit longer. Like I read it more.
Oh, I see. Well, it's by Maxwell Maltz, and this is not
Mm,
his first book that he wrote this. He has like several self-help books, I think. Well, I haven't finished it, but my favorite chapter is always the one where you have to like really, how do I say this? Look back at your childhood and kind of
mm,
reflect on why you like have traumas, for example, and what it caused it and how you can overcome it. And again, it comes back to the self-image, like how you view yourself. It
mm.
reflects how other people view you as well. So it really is, everything is about you. Like if you see yourself as a, I don't know, loving human, you will attract loving humans to your life. But if you see yourself as like a miserable human being, of course you will be attracting people like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'm reading so many like stuff on the internet, and sometimes it's like called I don't know connection from how you self love yourself, and sometimes your energy can extract from some other people. It's sort
Oh,
of like
absolutely.
interacting, isn't it?
And
Mm.
there's so many like energy vampires that you have to be careful of, because like
Ooh.
I know you don't even realize, and they can be even people you actually like. But when you reflect, well, I had so many like friendships that after a while, I looked at the relationship and I was like, it wasn't healthy. I was in the relationship because I just liked that person so much, but it was taking away from me
Mm.
more than it was giving to me. So
Mm-hmm.
again, it's crazy. It's crazy how energies can shift, but that's why you need to have like boundaries and have
Mm.
some sort of self-value and realize your worth, and then like yeah, disconnect sometimes from people you actually hang out with and like see it from the different point of view, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I got so many experience from like relationships, not just like, partner, but also it's like friendship, family,
Hmm.
because it's
Oh,
all part from your life. Also, it's difficult you don't talk to people in some way. You need friends somehow. We're like related in the world. And it's so interesting how you said that like boundaries and stuff, because sometimes we don't realize it. Maybe we want to be happier, like to people and just being a pleaser sometimes. I mean, sometimes when I was a young age, I was sort of like really a pleaser, just want to make everyone happier. But I didn't
same.
like realize, oh,
I was the same way. I almost like let my boundaries down. I was like, I didn't have any
mm,
boundaries, and because I wanted to please them so much so they would like me. And it's
I
not
get you.
healthy. It's so toxic.
I know. Oh wow, I got like really strong connected when like I talked to you about it because it happened to me a lot. Even though like sometimes it's so difficult to say no, you
Hmm.
know, it's like sometimes like, oh, I don't really want to do it, but as long as people are happy, I will say yes. It's like something that we shouldn't, and we need to listen to our body what we really want to. I think like when I get older, actually, I realize that what I really want to, and start from that, I just get it slower and just try to understand myself a little bit, and I just remind myself like it's okay to not say yes. Just say like, no, I'm so sorry, can't do that.
Exactly. And listen, people who will like you and respect you will understand that not every day is
Mm,
your day, and not every day you want to do stuff, and that you want to have time for yourself.
mm-hmm.
And people who will like are not meant for you in your life, they will be like gaslighting you, manipulating you, and guilt tripping you, and all these other crazy stuff. So yeah.
Oh wow. So do you have another object? I realized that you bring another object to me as well.
Yeah, I have this camera. Because I'm a content creator and my cousin, well, I moved here
Mm.
to Finland because of my cousin, because she works at the Husky farm. And I was
Mm.
volunteering there for 2 months, and now I'm gonna do I'm gonna be an elf job for a month, so very
Oh, I'm
exciting.
so jealous.
But I always know, like literally on my bucket list, there's a camera that I want, and when I'll buy it, the end will die because the content I will make will shock everyone. But it's like 2,400 pounds just for a body of camera. So that's what I'm
That's a
saving up.
lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, but she gave me this old GoPro, and I've been filming vlogs. I've been doing TikToks, Reels. I was creating like content for them because she also has almost like
Mm.
10K followers on Insta. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, this GoPro is going with me everywhere. Everywhere I go to the shop, I vlog everything. Sometimes I just get inspired. I see like squirrel and I start chasing it with a GoPro. I'm filming everything. This is what I needed in my life. Because also, my goal is to be a creative director, have my own company, and people underneath
Mm.
me. So I can like direct, okay, I have photographers, videographers, editors, and other people. Because that's what I did at uni. Well, I studied music, but I created my own music videos, edited them. So that's where I found the love and passion for creating art, digital art, especially like video making.
Wow. I mean, like, I'm a bit shocked at the moment. Sorry. It is like you've been you've been doing a lot, and also like it's amazing how your goal was like telling me everything. I mean, just bear in mind, everyone if doesn't know that me and Philip was actually the first time talking in online. We just been texting in like few months ago. I was like a bit shy, basically. I follow him like in before summer or summer. Oh, it's actually around my time when I was birthday. It's like 19th of June ish. I still
Wow.
remember that. And then like that time, I was like just press the button, and I hear Felix like voice. It's like amazing. And then I was like, I love that person. I was like, oh my god, I want to text that person how amazing they are. Like the voice is so beautiful. And then after that, like it's like I will screenshot it. Maybe like in year three, I can talk to Felix about it, like my project, and we can work together. And when I text him, like he was actually reply me straight away, actually like 2 minutes. And when he say yes, I would like to join you, I was like screaming a little bit and say yes. That is like the wonderful things I ever have. As like people just agree and happy to join about the home cause. It's like amazing. So again, thank you again, like just being so sweet and being so lovable and spending time to me.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for reaching out to me. Well, as soon as you sent me that message, I was like, who is this girl? So I literally went on your profile. Oh my God, so talented. Oh my God, follow back. And then here we are.
So thank you. I know that you were like saying you like to video and like doing like different blogs. So what sort of type you normally do? Do you like just filming like nature or like more like your personal daily life, or what you sort of like style you doing in like blog or something?
Okay, so on YouTube, well, this is the thing, because on my YouTube, I posted covers of the songs, my music videos and stuff, but I didn't know if I should like create a new channel for the vlogs. So yeah, I was
Mm,
basically vlogging my day-to-day life in Finland so
mm,
far, and like the adventures. For example, we went to Norway because my cousin's boyfriend is from Norway, so we went there. We like saw the fjords and the coastline. It was amazing. Uh,
oh,
but yeah, so yeah, I just decided to put everything into the one channel, and whoever desires what part of me, if that makes sense, they can like choose whatever they like. If they like singing, they will watch the covers, and if they like vlogs and my personality, then they will watch that. So it's everything under one channel, and everyone can
uh,
just subscribe. It's Philip Frano, my name, everywhere.
I love that. It just I think like I got something like so similar to you. It's like I love a lot of things, but also I like to let people to tell me who am I, like somehow like they would know. Sometimes I love to do cooking stuff. I like to do
Hmm.
therapy stuff, drawing, like volunteering with like rescue like the animals and like stuff. And it's just like sort of like many different paths, and
Yeah.
that's a pro for me.
I think that's a curse
Like
of us being
that's
Geminis
so
because we like
cool.
so many things and we don't know where
We do.
what directions we should go. So we go from one thing to another thing and then we go back to the other thing. But I love it. Yeah, that's really that's the curse of Geminis, I guess. Or blessing, I should say.
It's such a blessing for sure, because it's like make us more colorful in a chapter, I would say.
Oh yeah. We are a whole damn rainbow.
I love rainbow.
Yes.
Well, I mean, would you mind to tell us about your YouTube account, I think, so people can follow you as well?
Yeah, yes, everything is just Philip Frano. I have my music Insta, which is by Philip Frano, but I use it more for like, as I said, like visual expression of my music artistry, if that makes sense. So whatever I create
Mm,
musically, I combine it. I try to combine it with visuals, and that's what you can find on my artistic Insta. But covers and everything else is on my YouTube, Philip Frano, vlogs as well there. So yeah.
would you mind to spell it, just in case like the audience can't really
Oh,
hear?
PHILIPHPHRANO.
Lovely. So everyone, please follow him, please. He has such amazing voice and creative idea, which is talented.
Oh, thank you. You are too. I'm
Thank
gonna be
you.
blushing. You need to stop complimenting me all the time.
I mean, it's a gift for each other, though. I will be honest, but you've been
Yeah.
amazing. So I'm just saying this stuff like the truth is.
Oh,
So, should I ask you another question then?
yes, I'm ready.
You born ready? Okay, so what is the most important things you have learned in your life, and what's what your life like before learning it?
Oh my God, this is so hard. Well, what is the most
Take your
most
time.
important thing I've learned in life? I think the most important thing I've learned in life is that fear will stop you from doing what you love and stop you from expanding yourself. That's what I've learned because I grew
Mm,
up in a small village where a queer kid like me was always bullied and stuff. And I was like, okay, as soon as I finish high school, I'm leaving the country. I'm from Slovakia, by the way. And it was really scary because my family is not rich. I'm from very poor family, but I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. We'll see what happens. And I now, looking back, when I compare myself, which I know is not good comparing yourself, but when I compare myself and my life to people I know, it's just drastically different how when you step outside of your bubble and outside of your comfort zone, you really start living and you will expand as a
mm.
human being so much. You like evolve to another form of Pokemon, I guess. And
I love that like combination. That is so cute.
and yeah, so that's what I learned. And before I learned it, I was just very, don't get me wrong, I still have like situations and feelings where I feel anxious and afraid of something, but I always remember like, look, if you're not gonna do it, who else is gonna do it? You know?
I love that one. Can you just repeat again? Just like I love. It's like if you don't want
If
to
you're
do
not
it,
gonna do it, who else is gonna do it?
that's the one. I love that because somehow like I got so many anxiety in the past, and again I told you that I was so nervous like to text you say, would you like to join my homecast? And
Mm.
at the end I was like, yeah, Emily, I need to do that. It's a good chance. Need to text someone, and at the end, here we go. And also, can you talk about a little bit? I don't know. it's a bit personal, but also can you talk about more like how challenging when you like moving to a new places, because both of us are like international student, and there's so many things. It's like a new environment, a new language, new culture. There's like so much thing that it's like a really big jump, and honestly it's not easy for sure. So would you like to tell a bit about more
Yeah,
about
yeah.
yourself?
So
Thank you.
I studied vocational school for graphic design, which was for 4 years, so from 15 till 19. And as soon as I finished 19, as soon as I finished high school and turned 19, sorry, um, I was like singing throughout the whole high school. So I knew I wanted to do something with music because I was always drawn to it. My favorite artist the whole time was Little Mix and Pentatonics. I'm literally obsessed with those two. They shaped me
Oh,
into a singer who I am. And yeah, so I found
no.
Falmouth, and my mom was not really pleased about it because, again, she would like me to stay in Slovakia, but there's no point of me staying there. Um, but it's hard. As soon as you move in to the different country, first of all, you need to like adjust with the language, and you need to, again, overcome the fear. So you need to start talking to people. You need to like start
Mm,
making connections. You need to start working like 3 times, I would say, than people who were already from the country originally. That was my
mm,
case. I'm talking about my experience. So, for example, after every session in uni, I went back home, I studied all the words, and then additionally to that, I was like doing work for uni as well. So it was just like constant work. And of course, you are in a new environment, so you have to get to know people you're around with. And it's not always easy to get along with so many personalities and people. And again, when you haven't really learned how to put up the boundaries, and there's
mm,
so many people that like they want they won't respect your space, they won't respect your time, so they will just like walk over you. And in a new town, city, country, whatever, it's hard, it's really hard. And then over time, I think when you're working on yourself and working on your skills, you will learn how to like put the walls up and like create the boundaries for you and for others as well.
mm. I mean, thank you so much. I have like a strong feeling again. It's just like I moved in the UK, not like moved, but as in like I studied in the UK when I was 15. So I was like really
Hmm.
young age by myself. So my parents never been in the UK, and until now, like, so this is like my 8th year in the UK.
Hmm.
And there's so many like different culture, different personality again, characters. And again, I think over from when I was really young to here, no one told me what is good for you, what is wrong for you. You sort of like test out by yourself, and sort of like baby style, where you want from, who you are, and become now, with still like been processing again. But like, I think I agree, honestly. There's so much like fear, and honestly, it's much challenging than you thought. And sometimes, there's always a lot of like accident. It can be happy accident, but also sometimes it can be like you never expect that. It's like, ooh, there's a COVID happen,
Yeah, exactly.
unis like in, I think like that makes who we are as well. It's like a part of like a child. It's make our books as in like a chapter like more different or something more special, because if we like been planning every single thing that on track with everything, but somehow if we don't be flexible to accept the challenge, sometimes will
Hmm.
be even difficult, I would say. So yeah, I mean, I
I love how you
strongly
called it a
agree.
chapter. I love it. I love it. Yes, exactly. It
Oh,
it is a
thank you.
chapter. It is definitely a chapter. But yeah, I don't even think that many people who are British realize how hard it is for foreigners to adjust to the culture, many cultures, to be honest. And yeah, as you
Mm,
said, like it's, I think when I came to the UK, I was like doing baby steps and just like testing the waters and like dipping my toes in like, okay, this is not for me. This is maybe for me. And then you slowly like trying to find the direction.
Well, I mean, your English is like perfect. You know,
Oh,
it's
thank you.
really beautiful. Honestly, I actually feel like your English is like really good because I was been so struggle as well when I was in UK. Like I was
Mhm.
15, and during through the time, technology was not like the best. So you can't really use like Google Translate. You need to like using like the traditional way, like the books, like the dictionary, like
You
keep like
held the thick book
flipping.
of translation. You're like, let me
Yeah.
wait. What did you say?
Yeah, I mean, like, what happened is like when I was in college, but after like I was studying English literature, like really like difficult language, and like writing like a props and stuff like that, like in drama lesson and everything. It's like all in English. I was like, oh, okay, get ready and start. And then like every night after like lessons, when I back to like boarding house, I was like keep looking notes and like keep revising the vocabulary. It's like
Yeah.
insane, but also I think it's something that we should proud of because we try to absorb a different culture and like a language to understand more the world. And even now I'm still learning every day.
Yeah.
We're learning. So yeah, I mean, it was so lovely like you bring it up, and it's reminded me so much like how challenging, also fun in the same way to be here. I think I'm glad like I you know explore a little bit, like just to try in different country and to see more the world because world is big and
It
we learn
is.
every day.
Absolutely. And when you look at back now, we should be so proud of ourselves. We learned so much and we're gonna continue learn. We'll be fucking, I don't know, the geniuses of this world, I guess.
Oh, bless you. Um, do you want to talk about more what make you feel inspired or like the best of yourself, like in some way?
Wow. So what makes me feel inspired? I feel what makes me inspired is, oh, this is hard one. I feel like, okay, I'm always chasing freedom. So whatever freedom is to me at certain point of my life, that's what inspires me. But what's like making me feel something the most is love. It's always been
Oh,
love.
love.
It's always been love. I feel like I'm always chasing and trying to give out love, and it's never reciprocated or never appreciated enough, I feel like. But that's what always makes me feel the most, which is any type of love. It doesn't have to be like a relationship kind of love. It can be friend love or, yeah, any type of love and affection. But yeah, freedom and love are are the strongest feelings that make me feel the most, if that makes sense.
I mean, I feel so much love even you just joining from like Homecast.
Oh,
It's a type of care, honestly. It's like, of other like people maybe not be thankful or realize it. Because sometimes love is around us. It's like maybe a little care or just like a little message or text. Maybe just send like a heart emoji. It can make your day feel better. Or even a cat around and just like walk past you and sort of like annoy you a little bit, but also give you attention. It's a bonus in the life.
yeah. Well, what I've been working on, I'm trying to romanticize the hell out of my life. Even when I go for a cup of water, I'm like, oh my God, look at me being hydrated. I'm doing this for myself.
That is important because if you don't care about yourself, you can't
Yeah.
expect people to love you. It's like the energy thing. So based on the beginning when you say that like, oh, if how your energy is, the people would come to you will be like the same way because they're
Hmm.
like echo to each other. It's like music. And I think you love yourself. No one's gonna love you in like the way that like care about it. So you need to be I think the same way. Like it's not like a one way to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And listen, you are the main character of your own life, so make the most of it.
All right, that's so sweet. Honestly, you've been so much inspired, like in this homecast, and so much love for freedom as well. I think there is a big topics. If you say like, freedom, it can be really easy, but also again, there's not easy too. I think it's like a two-way thing. I find it
Mhm.
like life, it can be easy, but sometimes it can be really difficult. I think also depends on like your choice as well, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm.
From how you want to be who you are.
Yeah, it's about decisions, and yeah, it's up to each individual to decide what freedom means to them. That's why I said in specific times and specific period of my life, something different was freedom to me. I don't know, freedom to me might have been when I was 12, when I didn't have to go to school and watch anime all day. There was freedom to me. But then I know when I don't have freedom, and that's what I don't like. That's when I try to like move or like do something, evolve again, work on myself, because that's very important for me.
No, I honestly agree, and I would love watching animation. So like I
Oh my God, don't even start. Like I watched Naruto like 3 times, like the whole series.
I'm like the same.
Oh my God, who's your favorite character?
Naruto,
Who? Say it again.
Naruto, the main character.
Oh, okay. My favorite is Hinata.
I mean, they're cool too.
Yeah, thank God that they're together, because I would sue someone.
Oh my god, I feel like this going to never end because like we got so many things to talk about it. But also, I think it's so inspirations like from what you've been told us from like the message from freedom and love because it's like part from our life. Also, people sometimes don't realize it. Would you mind like to tell us about you wish you know earlier or something that maybe it's not too late to know? Just like want to tell someone that it might be help you in the future or something that even people who have like challenging now to struggle, maybe you can guide someone like some
Mm,
suggestions.
okay, well, everything is about your mindset. I don't care if you don't agree with me, but I truly, I experienced it myself. Like when I felt stuck, trapped, miserable, and I was like digging deep into that feeling. Like, yeah, I'm miserable, so I did everything to be even more miserable because that's how I acted in the past. But when I like tried again to like change my mindset, and when you truly change it and make it feel like, okay, it was past me. Now let's focus on future me, what I want. Don't get discouraged when there's a lot of failure in the beginning. Like you will fail so much, but don't let it ever discourage you because the more you fail, the more you learn. And that's the best thing you can do in life, to learn and progress. That's what everyone should know.
All right. I love it, honestly. Thank you so much
To
too.
me, and stuff, uh, like, oh God, like the more I failed, the more guilty and unhappy I was. But then I accepted it and looked it back again. And I was like, well, why would I be guilty about something that made me realize this, and this, you know? That's all I just wanted
Mm.
to add.
I mean, honestly, it's lovely. It's like don't make yourself regret it with your life. It's also important because if you do something, you never know like what is right or wrong, and sometimes even something that you might think is wrong, but it doesn't mean that people think it's wrong as well. I think because people like have different perspective. Also, everything have like the right and wrong side. I would say it's like a balance because we're all still learning. So I think accept the fail and you know accept like some mistake is always understandable. But of course,
Yeah.
if you keep having the mistake and mistake again, you need to sort of realize that like, oh, maybe this is not the same path or what I really need to do. So somehow like, I don't know, it's a really interesting topic because like you need to realize by yourself. Sometimes you can't, even people told you, you still don't understand. It's like, I think that is still right, but you know, you need to face with the problem sometimes. And
Yeah. You need
at
to
the end,
analyze it well, because if you keep making the same mistake for 50 times and you don't even like look at back at it, like why did you did it in the first place, then you're never gonna learn anything.
yeah, yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, I want to try to summarize like something that what I've been learning from today.
Okay.
I mean, every time when I have a guest, I always like want to summarize what they've been told me and what I've been absorbed from like I've been learning because again, I feel every day I've been learning with you guys. So thanks for being here. And yeah, I was thinking you said that like being like freedom, love, it's like quite a main important things. Also, it's sort of like describe who you are and you know being afraid to be having mistake facing the fear is important. I think those like together for me it's like overcome the challenge to become the true of yourself and make yourself like love and love yourself in some way. It's just
Yeah,
sort of
and
like
be
the way that
authentic
I
to
think.
yourself.
Mm,
Absolutely.
thank you again. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming. And I think we should end this recording. I think we have a lot to say, but also maybe in someday and future, I can
Yes, in
invite
the
you
future.
again. All right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.